Welcome back to the InherAlchemist TV. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look into Destiny, PAYTON, and LABERRICK. I don't even know his last name, but I saw on my timeline today she did some type of interview. Haven't watched it. I think the little clip that I saw said that she addressed the relationship with the producer, but there was also some comments or commentary about her previous relationship with this guy LABERRICK. I don't know if he had her put in jail or something like that. So I wanted to take a look into the relationship and see what the real deal was. Like, who was the problem? Was it him or was it her? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Before we get started, like this video, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and that you have your notification bells on. I also said that we were going to start each video with a question. So this question for this video says, pretend I lost all of my memory and explain the concept of hate to me. So you can answer down in the comments if you want to, or if that's something you want to reflect on amongst your own self person, you can do that as well. If I didn't say it, because I don't remember, like and subscribe to my channel. Help me grow. Like, seriously. All right. Listen, it's a lot going on. I have LABERRICK at the top and I have Destiny at the bottom. So LABERRICK is coming in as the emperor. You know, the emperor, I am not going to lie to you. The emperor is divine masculine energy at its finest. You know, this is a complete boss. But I think that a lot of women, like, we go for the boss or we go for the men with those uber masculine traits. He also has the magician. This is a uber masculine man. This is a man who does what he says he's gonna do. He wills shit into existence. He makes things happen. But at the same time, not everybody is ready to deal with that type of man. You know what I mean? Especially some women. Destiny came in as the devil in her role. And some women are just used to being able to manipulate or have their way with men. Especially men who are of the lower echelon, or men who need you. You know what I mean? And from what I understand about her relationship with that guy, the producer guy, he was like a jailbird on house arrest or something like that. And so this would be, in my opinion, Destiny dating down in order that she have some type of control over the person. You know what I mean? Because when somebody needs you, whether it's for a fresh start or emotional support, I think that women feel more comfortable dating at the bottom than they do dating a man that's truly in his masculinity or truly in his power, right? However, the emperor is controlling. The emperor is very controlling. He's very silent, and it's hard to get, I don't know, I feel like it's hard to get emotional energy out of him. You know what I mean? Destiny, she came across as a person, we're going to get to her, who needed a lot of emotional support, a lot of reassurance, a lot of love. And I think that this guy LABERRICK was more so on like the stoic side. He was more so like a person who I don't feel like she could read. He was very reasonable. He was more concerned about being a father. He was very rigid. You know what I mean? And I also show that he may have tried to govern her or put some type of rules on her that she just wasn't comfortable with. In other words, Destiny may have not been in her divine feminine energy. She may have been still trying to be a child or be in her second childhood. And I think that that's another effect that men who are bossed up can have on some type of women. I can have that as well. You know what I mean? When I'm with a man that's really just glowing in light, sometimes it can regress me down to a little girl myself. You know what I mean? But I think that's just the playful side of me coming out, because I'm safe and protected. You know what I mean? And I don't have to hold all the energy. I don't have to make all the rules. I don't have to watch my own back because there's somebody there to split the bill with me. You know what I'm saying? But now with the magician, I don't know, because this is like a person that's a little bit tricky, you know what I mean? And I feel like he didn't always play fair with Destiny. I almost feel like he knew he had an advantage over her. When I'm looking at the emperor and the magician, and I also have the 7 of wands to even confirm what I'm saying, he knew he had the upper hand. He knew he had the advantage of her. I feel like he got her right where he wanted her. And I feel like he took advantage of that. Also, LABERRICK had another woman that he was dealing with. He had a whole mistress. You know what I mean? And I feel like he was a bit tricky. You know what I mean? I think it was more so his self-confidence. But again, like some people say, like I wanted to read Monique because I had seen something where she, basically is like, oh, you have to accept that men have multiple women. And honestly, I see a lot of women saying that, but it's usually only black women. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why are we the only ones that are promoting men to like be polygamous or polyamorous or have multiple women? Like, nigga, have you took over the world yet? Why are we talking about niggas having multiple women and they don't have what they need to have first? Like, I don't understand that shit. You know what I mean? But there are some women who promote that, and there's some men who adopt that attitude about themselves that when they have everything, that they can have what they want and they don't have to be considerate of other people's feelings. They can be reckless. The world is their oyster. Now, with LABERRICK's attitude with the Magician and the Emperor in reverse, I definitely show that he feels like he can do whatever he wants to. And I feel like what he wanted to do was have this extra woman. He had a mistress. I'm going to just say it like that. Now, I also show that LABERRICK stressed Destiny heavy. You know what I mean? Like, she had a lot of anxiety. She had a lot of stress because she was very lonely in that relationship. I show that he used to leave her all the time. Maybe leave her to her own devices or leave her to her own feelings. But Destiny was coming off in a relationship also as very toxic. Destiny with this Devil and this Lovers card, Destiny is giving me like very obsessive when it comes to LABERRICK. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like that's in the best way, but I also feel like it was due to genuine love. She does have the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. So she was used to LABERRICK like communicating with her, like expressing loving feelings towards her. And I feel like she got hooked on it. Not only that, I'm also getting like a feeling of like her being love bombed. Like when she first got with him, he kind of put it on thick that it was going to be the two of them. I feel like he went out of his way to make her fall in love with him. But then he didn't really measure up. The Emperor and the Magician is kind of tricky because it's not about him not being the man that he says he is, but it is about him maybe fabricating that he would be more available, maybe a little bit more involved than what he actually was. You know what I mean? So it looks like at some point he was like love bombing. They were like peas in a pod. He was acting so smitten and in love with her. He could be an Aries. But then at some point he left her out in the cold, left her by herself, left her to her own devices. And I don't feel like Destiny understood this kind of fall from grace. I feel like she became addicted to his energy. I feel like she became toxic. And at some point I feel like she almost tried to control him. But it was because she was trying to control the love that he gave her, and that seemed to be like devalued or being like taken away or being like degraded. Destiny also is showing as having like some type of playful or fun or immature energy about her. But there's a part of her that is very violent, very savage. With this Devil card, Destiny is very weak when it comes to love. That might be her Achilles heel. I know that it says that she was raised by her dad. I don't know what the situation was with her mom, but I came up to the conclusion that when a woman has interpersonal issues or relationship issues, that's a mother wound. That's a mommy issue. And when she has discipline problems, can't find her direction in life, can't really stand up for herself, that's a daddy issue. So Destiny may have strength and power when it comes to her outward ego projection, her sun energy. But when it comes to her emotions, she's all over the fucking place. I'm not going to even lie to you. Destiny is in a lot of pain, but a lot of her pain comes from being disappointed in love. Like there's something that she's yearning for. There's something that, I don't know, she has like this deep desire for, and it's almost like an unfillable hole. I'm not talking about no loose vagina either. I'm talking about a loose heart. I'm not talking about hot dogs down the hallway. I'm talking about she can't get enough when it comes to love. Now, this is dangerous because you're dealing with a man also who's prone with this Magician card to seducing a woman. Seducing her with his stability, seducing her with his boss-like attitude, seducing her with his masculinity. but then making you a slave to that because he holds the advantage over you with the Seven of Wands after he sees how badly he wants you. I'm looking at the Seven of Wands on his side. Then I'm looking at the Devil and the Lovers on her side. And I almost see her as being the ones that's reaching up to him. I see her yearning for him. I see her begging him. I see times where maybe she was like on her knees. She may have been like me in the past, blocking doorways with sectional couches to keep a nigga from getting out the house only to watch him hop out the fucking window. I've been there. I've done that. You know what I mean? Now, I was a child, mind you. But listen, the feeling was there. I feel like if it's there once, it can be there again. I doubt it, though. Like nigga, I'm not moving the couch. Like, bye. Seriously. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at a time in my life where I'm like, you know what? There's like a lot of guys in the world. You know what I mean? And they're all thirsty. The thing about this new generation that we're in is a Gen Z. They left a lot of thirsty niggas on the table. It's a lot of attention deprived niggas because the women in their generation, they're weird. Like Gen Z women, I don't mean no disrespect, but like they weird. Their bodies is weird. Their mentalities is weird. So it's like the men, I don't know. I just feel like it's the time for older women. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like we kind of have what's lacking. You know, I don't know. Listen, I'm not even going to go there. I'm really not going to go there because I could go there all day. But anyways, let me get back into this reading. So, Destiny was toxic as fuck. Like, I'm going to keep it solid with you. Destiny was toxic as fuck, but it really was for love. It really was for love. You know what I mean? Like, look, Destiny has the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Devils, and the Lovers, and the Nine of Swords. Destiny drove herself crazy because of the way that she loved this man. And I don't even think that's anything that's new to her. You know what I mean? I feel like she's a crazy in love type of chick. But at the same time, dude was cheating on her. Okay, the Tower card next to the Queen of Wands. So Destiny came across this information and she went off. You know what I mean? I don't know what she tried to do, but it looks like she is clarified by the Fool card. So she definitely did something crazy. You know what I mean? She definitely did something to try to mitigate her loss. And with this devil energy, that could be anything. The Moon card came up in reverse. The Moon card is about fears. You know what I mean? It's about, I have to turn it upright because this deck, I don't do reversals in this deck. You know what I mean? But I feel like Destiny feared like what would happen if she was to lose the love of this man. You know what I mean? And I feel like from that standpoint or from that place of fear, she may have overexerted herself or exaggerated her energy and went in. It looks like there was maybe some type of knife involved. You know what I mean? I don't know if she pulled a knife on somebody, but her love nature is very, very intense. You know what I mean? I also show that Destiny was lied to. You know what I mean? So it's like, even though she may have made a mistake in how she handled the situation, I still see it as mostly an emotional energy. You know what I mean? Like, she was lied to about what she was going to be involved in. You know what I mean? Destiny needs a lot of healing, a lot of rehabilitation, but I feel like at some point she was experienced like stress and burnout. But again, she also overexerts herself or spends too much energy when it comes to love and relationships. She becomes all about her person, she was all about LABERRICK. But again, I feel like I don't know, I feel like he seduced the fuck out of her. Like when I'm looking at the Emperor and the Magician, I'm getting seduced just reading the cards. You know what I mean? So I can almost feel the intensity on which he brought that energy on to get her hooked to him. You know what I mean? Now, I don't necessarily see that as wrong per se, but it is wrong when you when you like make somebody fall, but you don't plan on catching them. You know what I mean? And it's like you did all that love bombing just to turn around and take a mistress or take another woman. There was another woman. It's clear. Destiny wanted to work on the situation, but she had way too much anxiety. You know what I mean? She was up at night crying, having bad dreams. I think she had dreams of killing a nigga with this four of swords. If she didn't have dreams of killing him, she definitely wanted him dead. I mean, like incapacitated, or I don't know. She even probably told the nigga like, "I want you to die." The breakup or this situation with this cheating put her in a lot of grief, a lot of despair. And I feel like she should have probably spent more energy focused on her healing. But how can you tell somebody to do that when they in the middle of a heartbreak? You know what I mean? I was going through some shit with my cousin the other night. And trust me, I haven't done this in a long time. But she must have put the location services on her husband's phone. And she had me driving, chasing this nigga from location to location to location for like a solid hour. Like looking for him. Like she had a whole skillet in her purse, a whole cast iron. And all I kept thinking was, Lord, please get me out of this situation, because I do not get in people relationship problems. I really don't. Because it's always the innocent bystander that suffers. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in nobody's relationship shit. You know what I mean? But she got it bad for that nigga. You know what I mean? And I had to tell her, I'm like, I understand, you know, how it feels to have your heart broken or find out your man is cheating. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, every woman is different, because in her mind, she just wants the nigga to feel some pain. But in my mind, all you doing is gassing a nigga head up and getting on his dick. You know what I mean? I feel like niggas who cheat or niggas who violate you or your feelings or your emotions, I feel like they don't deserve any of your energy. I don't think they deserve to know how you feel. I don't think they deserve to know how hurt you are, because they don't give a fuck. Because if they gave a fuck, they wouldn't do the shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like at the point you follow the nigga, all you doing is boosting his ego and being on his dick. You know what I mean? Whereas me, I tend to go the indifferent route. You know, like, you just don't exist to me. You know what I mean? Period. Until you do, if you ever do. That's me, though. But every woman is different. You know what I mean? And I can't tell which is the level of toxicity. You know what I mean? With the devil and the lovers card, Destiny is like my cousin. You know what I mean? She's a person that feels a lot of heavy emotions and is someone that's willing to be vengeful or willing to wish death or willing to try to kill you, because it helps to mitigate her own bad feelings. She's not a person who can sit with her trauma. Now, I can sit with pain, but at first I couldn't. At first I had to kind of compartmentalize that shit and intellectualize that shit, because I was not capable of feeling it. And so it's like, in my mind, if I can make sense of it, then I don't have to feel it. But I've recently, you know, taught myself how to feel pain and let the moment pass, but let myself to actually feel it. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. So I don't pass judgment on women who need to get that energy up out of them. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have to scream in a many mountains, you know, to get that energy out of me. So I understand it. You know what I mean? And if you tuck that shit in, you gonna be gaining weight. You gonna be scared to love. You gonna be overspending your money. So yeah, you need that balance. You need that balance. You know what I mean? So that you can give your love to somebody else. You know what I mean? And you might fuck around and find your soulmate in the middle of your fucking heartbreak. True shit. True shit, right? Destiny has been stuck on LABERRICK. She had, at a certain point, she wanted to work on this shit. You know what I mean? That's something that she thought about heavy. She wanted to have her family. She wanted to have the whole legacy of the situation. But then she turned stone cold. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what I'm talking about, Destiny. Boss up. Then she turned into the Queen of Swords. Boss up. Take your emotions out of this shit. You know what I mean? I'm showing that she bossed up her energy. She took her emotions back. She got her mind clear behind this delusion, this obsession, this motherfucking begging at this nigga knees, blocking the door with the sectional energy. And she turned into the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is when you ready to stand up for yourself, when you ready to cut niggas off at the throat and then step into that victory with the Six of Wands. She got back up on her high horse on that nigga. You know what I mean? Period. I feel like right now she's like trying to go the independent route. She got the Nine of Pentacles. There's some karma here though. I don't know if it's on her or I don't know if it's on him. It's on the Hermit. So he could be a Virgo. It's possible. He might, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Because he got the Emperor, so he's an Aries. Is this nigga aging or something? Because he got the Emperor and the Hermit. Like, nigga, are you aging like sour milk? Like, is that his karma? This nigga got, like, gray hairs. But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like he's, like, I don't know. I feel like he's kind of missing her. I feel like he's getting fat too. Oh my God, I think I don't think he miss her, but I do think he wants to fuck her. I feel like he tries to keep up a shit or keep up a battle or keep up some bullshit going on with her so that he can have sexual access to her. And LABERRICK is also realizing that Destiny made him very happy. But now it's like you fat, you bald headed, or you going gray, and now you talking about I made you happy? Like, what is that about? I show that he wants her to be agitated by him. He wants to see her fight. He wants to see her in that fucked up energy. He got off on that shit. You know what I mean? Now he's coming through as a Knight of Cups and a Knight of Wands. I feel like LABERRICK is about to text Destiny for some ass. I don't know what's inspiring this, or maybe she got her another little young boo, but I see him texting her trying to get some. I'm sorry. But I also see him starting some type of conflict. Like, this is giving me a vibe like, nigga, like, is you trying to like manipulate her out of sex to like get access to the kids, or like to like he got all the cards in his hand, he in control of the situation, and he be trying to like get ass from her by like doing little manipulative shit. Whatever the situation is, Destiny gonna reject him. I don't know why, but she not fucking with that nigga at all. She not. I feel like she's trying to get her strength back. I feel like she's coming out of that stage where she was love bombed and manipulated and all that shit. She's now in her strength and I feel like she's trying to get over her own heartbreak. And I feel like this is ending with the Fool card. Destiny is trying to start all the way over. She is not trying to look at none of this shit. But you know what? She got these pages again. She like young, immature dudes though, for some reason. Or she likes dudes that are, I feel like she wants a young guy. I feel like she wants a guy she can take care of. Maybe in the past she liked to be taken care of, but now I feel like she wants a guy she can take care of. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that a lot of the energy, and this could be her, but a lot of the energy around her is very childish and immature these days. But if she went through that experience with this hermit and this emperor dealing with a true ass stick in the mud that acted like he was gonna be about love and all that shit, and then turned around just to be a controlling asshole, and then turn around and cheat, yeah, I'll be trying to fuck a young nigga too. Real talk, you know what I mean? And it looks like she got the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you messing with young dudes. For real. One of them she might have met at the strip club. For surely. You know what I mean? But anyways, listen, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this reading. I'm enjoying myself. All right. I know I was off on a few tangents. Yeah, I was drinking. Okay, fine. And I had a really good fucking day. I did. Right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Listen, it don't change nothing about these cards. What I said is what is. Okay. Okay. Anyways, like the video, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and that you have the notification bells on, and I'll talk to you guys soon.